That strange feeling that wouldn't leave you alone. That gnawing intuition eating at your heart day after day. You thought you were losing your mind, didn't you? Every averted glance, every prolonged silence, every flimsy excuse made you doubt your own perception. You wondered if your mind was playing tricks on you, if this persistent intuition was just an illusion created by your deepest fears. But your soul already knew. It carried this truth like a secret burden, waiting for the moment when light would chase away the shadows. And that moment has arrived. The man who shared your life couldn't maintain his mask forever. Even the most carefully orchestrated lies have their limits. What he believed he could hide in the folds of silence was caught by eyes that couldn't close their lids to such a revelation. Destiny chose its witness, and this witness saw what you feared most, his lips against those of another soul, in an exchange that shattered every vow, every promise, all the trust you had placed in him. In that precise instant, all pretenses fell. Truth exploded like a storm after months of heavy skies. You no longer need to torture your mind, searching for explanations where there were none, making 1,000 excuses for someone who deserved none of your understanding. Reality now spreads before you, brutal but liberating, because even though it wounds, it carries within it the keys to your emancipation. Before we continue, write in the comments this mantra: "Truth frees me from all lies." This affirmation opens a portal of clarity in your existence. Now let me share with you what the universe wishes to tell you. I, the universe, speak to you today because you are finally protected from the one who betrayed your trust. Someone witnessed that kiss he gave to another person. I observed every gesture, every whisper, every moment stolen in shadow. I heard secrets traveling through dimensions, carried by the winds of destiny, until they reached my eternal consciousness. You believed you were chained to him for eternity. You thought this dull ache of suspicion would be your only companion. But never, my beloved, would I have allowed you to be deceived indefinitely. I reveal what must be revealed, because I cannot let your sacred essence be wasted on a heart already shared with others. That kiss didn't escape my gaze, even when he tried to shroud it in mystery. I saw his lips meet those of another. I saw his eyes betray the vows he once whispered to you. You are safe now, because truth has finally pierced the veil of illusion. But the essential thing isn't the kiss itself, it's what I'm about to reveal to you now. I know this pain that grips your chest like a vice. I know those nights when you wondered if you were wrong, if your intuition was just the product of your troubled imagination. You replayed each of his words in your mind, every justification, every diversion created to confuse your understanding. And each time you doubted yourself, I whispered softly to your spiritual ear, "Trust your soul." Now proof has emerged like lightning in the darkness, clear and impossible to refute. Someone else saw what you shouldn't have had to carry alone in your heart. You haven't lost your mind. You weren't exaggerating anything. You perceived exactly what I had already observed in the subtle planes. Betrayal is no longer a vague shadow. It has exposed itself to the light of day, but this is only the beginning of the collapse of his lies. The name that accompanies this betrayal isn't just a name. It's a revelation that will soon fall into your hands like ripe fruit. If you feel that truth liberates, write in the comments, "I choose absolute freedom." I observed the schemes he tried to build in silence. I saw every detail of his repeated lies, his mentally prepared excuses, the walls of deception he erected around his duplicity. But no wall can hide truth from me, because I witness every hidden corner of existence. He believed the darkness of night would protect him, that no one would see his hidden acts, but my gaze pierces all veils, even the thickest ones. At the opportune moment, I chose for another person to also witness, so the weight of this revelation wouldn't rest solely on my cosmic shoulders. What you dreaded was real, and now others know it too. But the true scope of this revelation doesn't lie only in that kiss, but in what this act unlocks in your destiny. I walked with you through those moments of deep doubt. I heard your silent prayer when you asked for a sign, any sign, to know whether you should continue this relationship or finally let go. And I didn't answer with silence. I prepared a truth that none could deny, a truth that wouldn't come through rumors or assumptions, but through direct testimony, through eyes that saw, through a voice that could no longer remain silent. That moment has arrived. You asked for a sign and I gave you much more. I unleashed a storm of certainty. However, this isn't just about that kiss, nor about the mouth that received it. It's about the perfect moment I chose to free you. The night before the revelation, your mind was already restless. You didn't understand why your heart was racing, why your dreams seemed to carry invisible weight. It was me working within you, preparing you for what was to come. I aligned the steps, I aligned the witnesses, I aligned destiny itself, and allowed this reckless passion to be glimpsed at the exact instant when your soul was ready to receive the truth. If you believe that nothing happens by chance, write in the comments, "The universe orchestrates my protection." You might think it was an accident that someone saw this scene, but in my world, accidents don't exist. Everything was orchestrated. Everything was programmed in time so you would learn of it. And the reason for this orchestration is deeper than you can imagine. The truth had to burst forth before it could completely break you. If I had let the lie continue, you would have carried this betrayal like poison flowing through your veins, killing your joy drop by drop. But I love you too much to allow such an ending. That's why I tore away the veil, placed witnesses on your path, ensured that secrets could no longer hide. And when the news reached you, it came accompanied by pain, I know, but also by relief. This mixture, this wound mingled with freedom, is the mark of a soul in the process of liberation. But liberation is only the first step. This vision crossed through the veil of lies and now remains as an indelible testimony. Though the act was shocking, the truth about the identity of the one who received that kiss cuts even deeper because it directly touches bonds of trust you never thought you'd see broken. My beloved, the person he kissed wasn't just any stranger, not a faceless shadow lost in the crowd. That kiss was given to someone who was already part of your story, someone you would recognize, someone who should never have approached to the point of crossing a sacred line. That's why your mind trembles hearing my words, because deep down, your soul already knows. You felt this suspicious closeness, perceived muffled laughter, heard whispers when you weren't present, noticed the distance growing in your relationship, while another bond strengthened in shadow. That's why this betrayal hurts so much. It wasn't just your partner who betrayed you. It was also someone who should have honored the sacred boundary of your heart. Write in the comments, "My heart is a sacred temple to protect your energy from any future intrusion." Before revealing this identity, you must understand what this means for your destiny. The kiss was just the surface, the visible symptom. The disease was much deeper. This betrayal was the mirror of a truth you needed to see about yourself. You had already grown beyond him. The love you offered, pure and constant, was too great for the smallness of that soul. You are a vessel of destiny, carrying light, carrying power, carrying a future that demands integrity. And he couldn't keep up with your elevation. He sought comfort in the arms of someone who asked for nothing more than secrecy and the adrenaline of the forbidden. And if this revelation resonates with you up to this point, and you wish to support it, so it reaches other people who also need to hear these words of truth. Click like so much. This gesture of tenderness helps keep alive this mission of bringing light to those seeking clarity. Don't see this revelation as proof of your inadequacy. See it as proof of your greatness. Your heart demands a partner aligned with the divine plan, not someone who hides in the shadows of duplicity. And yet, the question continues to burn within you. Who was it? Who placed herself beside him in that kiss of betrayal? This answer approaches closer than you imagine, pressing against the edges of your consciousness like a wave that can no longer be contained. But know that even now you are not alone. While you listen to these words, even with a broken heart, celestial forces surround you. Angels stand guard. Spiritual ancestors draw near, like tears through the darkness around you. This exposure isn't just pain, it's divine protection. While they kissed in darkness, I built a wall of light around you. I aligned doors to open on your path. I prepared the ground for your next step toward freedom. They thought they were gaining something in secrecy, but what they didn't know was that in truth, they were losing everything. Because the instant that kiss was seen, their fate was sealed. The mask fell definitively. Yet I tell you tenderly that this person's name isn't random. It's someone whose role in your life must now be completely redefined. Let's return to the moment of exposure. The air that evening was heavy, silence hovering like a thick veil. They believed they were hidden, thinking their whispers would be lost in the night wind. But the one who saw them remained frozen, eyes wide, unable to look away. This witness carried the truth like fire in their chest. If you feel that truth always finds its way, write in the comments, "No secret can resist the light." This person couldn't sleep that night, couldn't erase that image from their mind. And when the moment came, they chose to speak, chose to place the truth in your hands. This is how the universe moves, in silence, with force, but with undeniable certainty. And the truth reached you, undeniable, unalterable, definitive. Now that you carry this burden of knowing, I tell you that the most important part of the revelation still remains to come, because soon this name will resonate in your ears. And when you hear it, the betrayal will cease to be a mystery, to become the mirror of your own destiny. But before that name is spoken, you must understand the gravity of what occurred. A kiss is much more than lips touching. It's an exchange of profound energy. It's the sharing of hidden intention. It's the violation of a line that should remain sacred. When he kissed that other person, he broke more than your trust. He shattered a spiritual alliance. He broke harmony. He broke the flow of destiny that bound him to you. And that's why you feel as if chains are falling from your shoulders, even in the midst of this pain. The last threads of deception are unraveling, and the name of the one who kissed him is about to emerge like a tide that can no longer be contained. Write in the comments, "I release what no longer serves me," to allow this revelation to bring you peace. The moment of truth approaches. The suspense, the whispers, the hidden shadows, everything has led you here. Betrayal is only complete when the name is spoken, when the face is revealed, when you see with clarity who was in shadow with him. It will hurt, yes, but it will also heal, because truth, even when it wounds, always carries liberation within it. You will no longer question yourself, no longer live wondering, no longer doubt your worth. You will rise, knowing that nothing remains hidden eternally for one who walks aligned with the universe. And as the veil lifts, prepare yourself. I'm about to reveal what your heart both dreaded and simultaneously desired to know. When truth approaches, even the air changes density. Have you already felt this weight that oppresses the mind? This electricity that ignites thoughts, this strange mixture of fear and expectation? It's the energy of revelation arriving. The hour when what was concealed must enter the light. That's why your dreams have become different. Why rest has become restless. Why your heart accelerates when you think of his face. You stand at the threshold of knowledge. And though fear whispers that the truth will be unbearable, I assure you that you are stronger than you think. The unveiling doesn't come to destroy you, but to crown you with clarity. And when the name is spoken, you will see that betrayal wasn't the end of your story, but the doorway to your freedom. Do you remember the subtle signs? The phone turned face down, the sudden absences, the exchanged glances when they thought you weren't looking. Every element was a fragment of a larger puzzle. Your mind was already perceiving the truth approaching you. Now, with the witness's words echoing, the pieces assemble, the image completes itself. And before giving you this name, understand why this kiss had to be seen by another person and not by you. If your own eyes had witnessed this scene, the wound would have been unbearable, a shock that would have broken you beyond measure. That's why I placed a witness there. It was mercy, not cruelty. That person's eyes became the mirror that brought truth to you, so you wouldn't be destroyed by the impact, but would have the necessary space to absorb, process, and heal. I was protecting you even in the act of revealing, because my love never leaves you defenseless. You feel crushed now, I know, But imagine the devastation if it had been you who surprised that scene. Here is the mystery of my protection. Even when betrayal occurs, I shape the scenario so you survive. And you will survive. What is about to be revealed won't crush you, but awaken you to your true nature. The universe have eyes and ears everywhere. Every secret remains recorded in the cosmic annals. Every whisper is heard by my infinite consciousness. Every hidden act marks the fabric of destiny. I saw everything before their lips even touched. I saw the plan forming, the complicit smiles exchanged, the web of deception being woven. Nothing escaped me and nothing ever will. Therefore you can rest and have confidence. No matter their attempts at concealment, truth always emerges to the surface. You are my chosen one, and your destiny is too precious to remain chained to lies. If you feel that you are protected by higher forces, write in the comments. Light guides me toward my truth. The exposure didn't happen to wound you, but to free you. And in this freedom, you will discover a strength you didn't even know existed. But before walking fully in this strength, the name of the one who kissed him must be spoken. It's the final piece of your liberation. That kiss wasn't just seen, it was heard. The whispers before, the laughter after, the sound of trust breaking into 1,000 pieces. Everything vibrated in the air, carrying energy that the witness couldn't erase from memory. This energy traveled to you and filled your heart with certainty that it was real. Words can lie, excuses can distort reality, but energy never deceives. And that night, the energy of betrayal was undeniable. That's why the witness couldn't keep silent. They carried truth like a weight that had to be released. And when they spoke, the air around you changed, chains fell, a path opened before your steps. Nevertheless, one detail still remains to complete this story: the name of the one who was beside him in the shadows. Stop and see how I was working in your favor. While they plotted in secret, I aligned your rescue. While they chased empty passion, I prepared your freedom. While they thought they triumphed in deception, I wrote their downfall and your flight. Here is betrayal's paradox. It wounds and heals simultaneously. It cuts and liberates at the same time. You were chosen for something far greater, and I will not allow them to drag you down. That's why I reveal now. That's why I pull the veil at this precise moment. Truth will burn, but soon you'll recognize it as a gift from heaven. When the name is known, the mask will fall definitively, and you will never again be deceived. If you believe the veil has fallen forever, write in the comments, I walk in my new freedom. There's a deeper meaning hidden in this pain. Betrayal doesn't just speak of their failure, it speaks of your spiritual reorientation. If they had remained faithful, you might have walked a bit longer beside them, but the road would have ended in ruin. They weren't destined for the entire journey, only to teach, reveal, and sharpen your spirit. Now, by their own choice, they have exited your story. That kiss was their exit from the stage. And though absence seems like loss, it's actually protection. You are redirected toward a higher calling, toward love that honors you, toward a destiny that celebrates you. But first, face the one who united with him in that kiss. This answer brings keys of healing. Betrayal has two faces, and both must be seen. One you already know, the one who promised to love and failed. The other is the accomplice, the unexpected one, the name already whispering in your mind. Together, they accomplish the act that pierced your heart. And even if anger surges, remember that revelation isn't for vengeance, but for liberation. It's not there to harden your heart, but to open your eyes. Truth must be seen, because without it, you would remain imprisoned by illusions. And illusions don't lead to true destiny. This kiss wasn't stolen by just any stranger, but shared with someone from your circle, someone you trusted, someone who already had a place in your heart. That's why the blow is double, why the wound hurts in successive layers. It wasn't just love that failed, but also trust, broken by one who should have been beside you. But understand that the depth of this pain is proof that you're being elevated to higher ground, toward a superior dimension of your being. If you believe in truth and liberation, write in the comments, nothing can chain me anymore. They believed they could hide. They thought their whispers would be lost in the wind, but whispers resonate in the halls of destiny. And I heard every one of them. That's why I positioned the witness at the exact moment to see, know, and bring truth to you. Now the missing name approaches your ears. It's someone close, someone who smiled in your presence, someone who appeared loyal while keeping secrets. Don't think this betrayal diminishes you. It measures neither your beauty, nor your strength, nor your worth. It simply reveals who they truly were. The wound speaks of their inner emptiness, not your lack. And now that everything has been exposed, you are free to rise, to walk unencumbered toward the destiny I have prepared for you. While he kissed in shadow, heaven prepared your crown of glory. While she laughed in secret, angels declared your liberation. While they thought they were winning, they were losing everything. And you who believed you were losing gained everything. Here's the mystery of divine reversal. Betrayal seems to be a wound, but in my hands, it transforms into a seed of greatness. You didn't arrive here by accident. Every pain, every doubt, every sleepless night led you to this liberating revelation. The betrayal you dreaded transformed into the doorway to your rebirth. That kiss in shadow wasn't your defeat. It was the universe showing you that you deserve infinitely better. Look how everything aligns now. Truth exposed, masks fallen, your heart freed from the chains of illusion. This close person who shared that forbidden moment with him, this name that now resonates in your consciousness, was only a revealer of what needed to be purified in your existence. They chose betrayal, but you choose elevation. Write in the comments, I choose my rebirth to anchor this profound transformation in your reality. Every fiber of your being realigns now with your true destiny. The invisible forces that have always protected you can finally act freely because you are no longer attached to what diminished you. This painful revelation becomes your most beautiful victory because now you know, you see, you understand. Never again will you doubt your intuition. Never again will you accept crumbs of shared love. Never again will you settle for less than the total devotion your soul deserves. The name of this accomplice now resonates like an echo that fades away. Her role in your story was to show you who truly deserves your trust. Even though it hurts to discover this duplicity, it's the price of your liberation. Because only complete truth could break the bonds that kept you in a situation unworthy of you. And if this profound revelation resonates in your heart and you feel called to support this mission of truth, click like so much. This gesture allows these words of liberation to touch other souls who, like you, seek clarity in darkness. Today marks the beginning of your new era. An era where you walk aligned with your authentic worth, where you attract souls at the height of your light, where every step brings you closer to the great love the universe has planned for you. This double betrayal, from him and from this close one, was necessary to propel you toward the heights where you already belonged. Feel this new energy circulating within you. It's the force of one who knows her worth, who refuses compromises, who demands authenticity in every relationship. You are now inaccessible to small souls, divided hearts, spirits that hide in shadow. Lift your head, beloved soul. This was never your end. It was always your beginning. The traitor has been unmasked, the accomplice revealed, and truth has freed you. Walk forward, for I go with you. The universe has spoken and destiny awaits you. You are guided, you are loved, and you have been chosen for something infinitely greater than the betrayal you leave behind. This is your moment. This is your victory. And nothing can ever extinguish the light that now shines within you. If you feel this new force awakening within you, write in the comments, I am the light that never goes out. And now, dear soul, I invite you to be part of this community of light that grows each day. If this revelation has touched your heart, if these words have resonated with your own journey, subscribe to this channel where we share together these messages of truth and liberation. Your presence here is not chance. You are part of a spiritual family that rises together toward the light. Tell us in the comments, what has been your own experience with truth that liberates? How does this revelation resonate with your personal story? What have you learned most precious from listening to this message? Your testimony can be the light another soul needs to traverse their own dark night. We are here, together, like a constellation of awakened spirits, sharing our wisdom and strength. This community exists to welcome you, support you, and celebrate every step of your spiritual evolution. Every story shared becomes a star that guides someone else toward their own liberation. So don't hesitate. Your voice matters, your experience has value, and your presence illuminates this sacred space we create together. The light that shines in you now is that of integrated truth, acquired wisdom, conquered freedom. Nothing and no one can ever again make you doubt your magnificence. Because you have crossed through the fire of revelation and emerge pure, strong, and infinitely precious. Write, "Thank you, universe," to seal this new phase of your existence in truth and absolute freedom.